But before I begin, right, my topic's about is tarot evil. Before I begin, I want to be clear about something, okay? I do read tarot. I read for people online. I've recently learned about it in the past, like 2 years or so, learning about tarot basically. And I don't look at tarot in a religious way or even in a way of worship, whatever. For me, it's a non-religious type of perception where I'm exploring my thoughts and my emotions using tarot. Tarot is all about symbolism, numerology, and symbolism. For me, it's not about anything got to do with any religion or anything like that. Okay. So today's conversation is about, it's not about convincing people about what I believe in. It's not about changing people's perception. It's not about, affecting people's beliefs. It's just about discussing what is tarot and why do people see it as evil. And basically, why do people even practice it or want tarot readings? Because I have a lot of people that do ask for tarot readings, okay? So I know there's been a lot of information out there on social media, on the internet, speaking about tarot being demonic, okay, or being evil. Right now, normally it's coming from a very religious perspective because of the fact that our practices in this life are always controlled or dictated by our religious or our spiritual belief, right? So that is the reason why a lot of Christians see it as evil, because in the Christian Bible, in certain verses, there's Deuteronomy 18, 10 to 12, where they speak about it being evil. Right now, let's talk about what is tarot reading. What is the practice of tarot reading? What is it? Okay, so tarot reading is basically a divination practice. It's about seeking knowledge. It's about seeking guidance. It's about seeking insights into hidden matters, right? About the future mostly, because a lot of people are worried and anxious about the future, all right? But I normally get my clients to focus on the now, because the now is creating the future. What are you doing now in your life is very important because it affects your future right now. Let's continue. So it's about seeking knowledge, understanding. It's about guidance and insights about hidden matters. It's about sometimes seeking the future if you are anxious and have anxiety about the future, and also about spiritual questions as well. Like, for example, you can speak through like your ancestors or your guides or even angels through tarot, okay? So people use it for that need of wanting something, not wanting to understand something. It's about knowledge. Right now, there are very different methods that you can use for tarot. So what is tarot basically? It's cards, okay? It's just normal cards which have numbers, or how would I say? It has numbers on it. It has pictures. Also, it's based on numerology. It's based on also on how would I say, symbolism. Okay, so it's tarot cards really normally look like this. It's just colors, symbolism with colors and stuff like that. Right now, the deck is normally just 78 cards in the deck. Okay, basically, right? So the reason why it was seen to be evil, or still seen to be evil, because of the Christian Bible, what it says in certain verses like Deuteronomy as well, and others. Okay, so a lot of people that read tarot are normally curious first. The understanding of symbolism, understanding of what's going on in their life. A lot of people are also concerned about the future, so they use tarot. Okay, so the Christians say it's evil because basically in the Bible they speak against divination in general. Because in Deuteronomy, when they wrote that book, it was based on the time when the Christians were moving from Egypt to other areas of the world. Not that whole 40 years in the desert thing, and they went to Canaan, and the Canaanites were practicing divination and stuff. So long before the 15th and the 14th or 15th century, where it was actually put in the Bible. All right, so there was no specific mention of tarot, but basically on divination itself, seeking guidance other than from God, the God of the Bible, but seeking guidance from other sources. That is why it's said to be evil. Now, if you don't question everything that you taught in your religion and don't use your own understanding and your own knowledge, you shall be led like a sheep. And I understand that Christianity is about being led like a sheep or something like that, right? But anyway, from somebody who was in a Christian church for a very long time, I challenge everything and I question everything. So when I left the church, right? When I left the church, I started learning other things that I needed to understand, because I am not going to be led like a sheep. I didn't come here on this earth to be a sheep. Because if I'm going to be a sheep, I can't live the way I want to live. I cannot create what I want to create, and I cannot experience what I want to experience in my reality. You understand? 15th century, 4th century, that's a long time ago. Life has changed. Life has totally changed, and we truly don't have the full picture of the life of Jesus. We don't have the full picture of the life of Jesus. We don't have the full picture of Moses and Enoch and all those other people. We don't know what their daily struggles were